Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Craig Smith the second here with this little quick little let's draw on something, somewhat. Um, the other day, I think that I believe that was let's see, what's the day? Wednesday, Tuesday. I believe that was Monday. Yeah, I believe that was Monday. I'd appreciate thumbs up. I believe, yeah, like I said, I believe that was Monday. I had made a video, just doing some random talk, and I did a and I just broke down. I just told something about about a real friend being selfless and a real quote unquote friend being selfish. Okay, so apparently, one of my friends had not my boy Greg, because me and him he responded on it because I had good things to say about him, but apparently one of my other friends, if you go back to the video, I made some statements. I said something about that I didn't like the way how he had handled, how he was trying to do business with me, and he made like a little curt statement, that pissed me off a bit. It did, but I let it go. But I wasn't talking about him bad in any form, shape, or way, and I just point that as an example, or probably perhaps when I said that I have some rotten friends now. Uh, I might say I'm taking Craig's lunch money, but I made a statement on there about the real friends, the selfish ones are I have some that were pretty rotten. Now in one way, shape, or form. I mean, now if he felt that I called him rotten, I do apologize. He's not a rotten person. It was just that moment where he was being rotten. And to people that know me, first and foremost, and like my boy Jimmy J Smooth did, he's a co-host on my live stream. I'm a co-host on his. And when some of the opinions that we say about people, we attack them for what they are, period. Well, if it's people in our people in our personal space, sports figures, politicians, and as he can tell you, I've attacked my ex-wife's son plenty of times, and I think the famous quote that still is funny to this day is that if Jimmy was a well-known UFC fight promoter, he couldn't depend on that stupid ass stepson of mine to draw him some money if he with a green crayon. So I think that and I stole that from somebody, but it's the truth. But my comments to a friend of mine was in no way, shape, or form insulting him, and I never, I've never talked about him. I've never talked about him in a bad light. Okay. Now, if I did say that, however, I said, hey, like I said earlier, I have some great friends, and let alone I have some that are rotten. I even told one of them to their face, that they were rotten, and they accepted that. I didn't get blocked on Facebook. I didn't get removed from YouTube or nothing. I mean, it's just, and I am gonna say this. First and foremost, I do have a problem with him blocking me. Okay, he could have just went on ahead instead of just taking that road. We call it on social media we call it that yellow road. Not saying he's a coward, but you took a road that wasn't necessary, and I'll admit I kind of stepped on some toes a little bit because I felt I was insulted. All right, but my comments when it was more me weighing saying was about how he was as a person. Now, if you do listen closely back on that video, I have said some great things about him. I have. But my comments, and I wasn't no drunken stupor or anything like that. My comments was just like bringing forth an example of just that rotten moment that he done. I'm not saying he was a rotten person. It was just, let's just gonna keep it 1,010. That was a fucked up moment right there. And what he said to me was kind of fucked up. And I don't go out the way, and that kind of, and it ain't no kind of, and I will say it again. It did rub me the wrong way. Now, granted, I say some things that rub people the wrong way, and 65 times, well, 95% of the time, the stuff that I say to that rub people the wrong way, they deserve to hear from me. The other 5 didn't. So I mean, hey, he counts as one. He counts as one of those 5. But I didn't, like I said, and let me go back, because like I said, all my live streams or podcasts, however you call it, and when I do my Facebook lives or when I post stuff on Facebook, my Facebook statuses, yeah, I'll throw some shots at some people, because like I say, some do deserve it. But I won't go a line by criticizing someone's family, or go out the way and and or whatever, and attack their manhood, or let alone attack their womanhood. But for the record, some people who I have attacked on the latter, they did deserve it. But I'm not gonna go on here and just outright just bash people and bash some of the selfish friends I do have, because I will say that I do have some that are selfish. Okay, remember, selfless and selfless. And I was asked that earlier today. When a real friend is selfless, they not only think about themselves, they think about others, and they think about the world that's around them. A real friend that's selfish just thinks about their self. Period. So that's a good. If that ain't a good difference of what that is right there, then I don't know what is. But I am gonna say I will apologize to him if he accepts an apology, because I tried to reach out to him this morning and his phone kept going to voicemail, and basically he blocked me. So I don't know. I mean, hey, if he, but really though, where he was wrong on about that, the block, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's I ain't gonna say bitch shit, because I'm not calling him that. That's petty. Let's just keep that as it. That's just petty. You block somebody, that's just petty. And I have talked about this countless times on live streams and on Facebook lives and everything else. Social media, let me tell you something, man, just to be off the record. Social media has basically destroyed us grown ass adults. Period. I can understand teenagers doing all that blocking shit, pulling that mean girl syndrome. But come on, people. We're all adults. And I felt instead of him blocking me, he should have just went on ahead and called. He could have just said, well, hey, Craig, I had a problem with what you said on your YouTube live stream or whatever. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have said, yo, hey, I said, man, something you wanted to talk to me about or anything. I wouldn't have blocked him. Period. Look, we're at an age now where blocking has just really just become a common thing in all of in all of social media. And it's sad. Let me go ahead, I'm gonna share it. And and it's really it's just messed up that we gotta go through all look, you grown. If it's like if Jimmy say something fucked up about me, okay, let me just use Jimmy for example. Jimmy say something fucked up about me, I'm not gonna block that man on Twitter. I'm not gonna block him on Facebook. I'm not gonna block him on Instagram. I'm not gonna remove him from YouTube. We have something that's called a telephone. Let me spell it for you. TLE phone. Okay. We use our phones for everything else, YouTube videos, this and that, Instagrams, reading articles and sports things. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, I'm so happy Paul Johnson's ass retired from Georgia Tech. It's time for a change. But moving right along. We got a telephone, okay? And if memory serves right, we're adults. Don't block somebody. Talk it out. What's the problem? Vice versa, what I said about if Jimmy said something fucked up about me. If I said something fucked up about Jimmy, hey, he gonna be like, hey, bro, what's this all about? Let's take a prime example. I'm gonna do a couple of name dropping. I think it was about a year ago or 2 years ago. Ray Lewis and Shannon Sharp, they had a fallout. Because Ray Lewis said something about Shannon Sharp on social media, how it goes. And Shannon, like Shannon said, he don't believe in all that block shit. He believe in picking up the phone and calling somebody. And he said him and Ray talked it out and everything's square. He said they talked for a long while. That's what we supposed to do. It's this block shit. It's just so much bullshit. Us as adults, and hell, I'm 40 years old, and I even feel stupid. Now, the only way I'll block you is this. If you say something fucked up about my mom's or whatever, I'm gonna confront you about it. I'm gonna talk to you about it. If you say something effed up about me that's not true, I always tell people, if you're going to lie on me, you better back it up. You better back it up with proof. Actual proof, physical proof. Now, if you can't back it up, what was the point of you telling that lie? But I digress. Some lies that people do tell nowadays, there is a truth within a lie. And sometimes and most of the time when it's hard for people to tell the truth about things because there's a lie within that truth. Or people like to stretch the truth without jumping to conclusions. But, like I said, I apologize to the young man. I'm not going to say who he is, and he knows who he is. I just found that, I just kind of found that to be effed up. Now, if he had got on YouTube Live or Facebook Live and said some things about me, no, ain't no blocking on there. You would have got a phone call and be like, hey man, what's up with this and that? Yeah, my number you'll still be active, but it's gonna take me a minute to, it's gonna take me a minute to, just to let it slide, because it's been said that I have a hard time forgiving people. I do. I do. I don't forget, I don't forgive my ex-wife. I don't. It's going to will it take some time? Yeah, but I still don't forgive her about all the stuff that she's done, I'll never forgive her son for calling my mom's a bitch. He don't deserve none from me. So I'll just let nature take its course in that regard with him. But hey, but like I said, man, what I said to the young man, I apologize. Do I think you blocking me was petty? Yes, I'm going to stick to that. Do I think you should have felt? Do I think I felt that you should have called me and talked about me and addressed what was said? Hell, yes. So I'm being blunt and direct on there with a Taylor's. Yes. So, am I not happy about the income? Do I feel bad about it? Yeah, I feel bad about it. But it's like if not to use a similarity here. If everybody remember last year, I believe it was that was last year when LeBron clapped back at Charles Barkley. And because when Barkley said what he do, he want all the players, do he not want to compete? There was some truth to that. Barkley only attacked that man LeBron as far as his basketball went. And LeBron came back at him with the personal shots. And Charles Barkley's response was he had no problem with the man said. So most of it is true. And most of it wasn't true. Now, somebody will come up with some some he say she say heard through the grapevine about me. Hey, you better let me know. I'm gonna clarify some things. But there was some things that I will mention. I did flunk pre-algebra back in high school, ninth grade. Uh, Jimmy J on doing something about talking about Dante Wilder. Um, what else? And there was a lot of things that, and sometime in my younger days, my teenage years, heading into my early 20s, hey, I was, up to no good in them days, so those days are behind me. That's the truth about me. I know myself better than anybody else. But as far as, like I said, look, if this go to anybody and this go to a young man who I apologize, I'll just say his name. His name's Quentin. Hey, man, if you felt I attacked you personally, which I didn't, I apologize. All right. So you got my number. Matter of fact, well, I was just gonna say it on here. You can't hit. You can hit me up on Messenger or something, Facebook Messenger, because my phone off. I felt we just need to talk about it, air out the difference about what I said, because in any way, shape, or form, I didn't attack you personally. I didn't throw no personal shots about, your character, your character, or threw some shots about your family, stuff like that. I don't do that. Those are lines there you don't cross, and that's a line I'd never cross with you. But the blocking and all that other stuff, man, that, as Riley Freeman say, that's gay. That's petty. I was being funny with the Riley Freeman comment, but that's just petty. So, and if folks, and look, if you past 40 years old and you got the urge to block people, go kill yourself, because you haven't grown up yet. Learn to talk shit out. That's what you got a mouth for. You use the phone. Like, I heard one person at an old job say, I don't talk on the phone much. Only time I just talk on the phone be a job interview. I just text. I don't do a lot of talking and all the other stuff. What you got a phone for? But man, it is what it is. Like I said, I apologize or whatever like that. It's like, probably say, well, if he confronts you face to face, he gonna put his hand. No, we gonna be men and talk about it. Ain't gonna be, you can't block. Hey, ain't no blocks in real life. Ain't no blocks in real life when a person walk up face to face to you. And like I said, social media is basically has basically just punked every adult that's on there. Every social media site that's on there. I got blocked one time for telling someone good morning. Can you believe that shit? How stupid that is. That lets you know it's something kind of screwed up and was kind of screwed up in that person's head. But the blocking, it wasn't called for. Should have just called me, just say, hey, Creed, you need to call me. That should have been the better way. But as I was, rudely told, they don't think the way I do. So maybe, I don't know. We live in an age where people got fucked up morals and fucked up standards about themselves. Who knows? I guess I'm not saying this about with him, but common sense has just become a lost form these days. So like I said, that being said, and you see me crying about it? No, I'm not crying about it or nothing. I just went on here, just got on here on YouTube and just told this man, hey, I apologize for what I said. If you got to talk about it, talk about it. My phone off, Facebook Messenger still active because I got Wi-Fi. I'm using Wi-Fi. So, man, all I'm just saying is this. Just talk about that shit. Be like Frozen, and let's make like Frozen and let it go. Let bygones be bygones. And like I said, if you my age and up or below and you blocking people, go kick your own ass because you ain't growed up yet. Now, and I'm not talking about the person that I was apologized to. That go for anybody. If you don't know how, or let's just do one better just to be comfortable. If somebody says something about you ill on social media and you don't know how to pick up the phone, what that says about you. It's Craig Smith II, and I'm out.